finished The Second Death of Locke last night, and here are my thoughts. I rated this book 5 stars. So, as always, I went into this book having absolutely no idea what it was about. That is such a common occurrence with me that it's not even funny. I don't know what any of my books are about until I read them. And I like it that way, you know, it stops the spoilers. It's a nice little shock to the system. However, it is safe to say that I was not disappointed by this book in the slightest. This book took me away from my regular fantasy or romantasy reads. It took me away from specifically the enemies to lovers trope, which is near and dear to my heart. However, this book just had something else, and it was truly like such an amazing read. So this book to me was so much more than just another enemies to lovers. Not to say that they're all the same, but the premise of it, it was just, I think it was just, Our main characters, Kier and Gray. Gray is our female main character, and then Kier is the love interest, but also the male main character of the book. They show us what true love is all about. The longing, the willingness to do whatever it takes to keep that person safe. Literally, they were willing to risk their lives for each other on numerous occasions. Not just losing their life, but they were willing to lose something of equal value to them as their lives in this world, which was so important. There was no point in which I was reading this book that I got bored. I was constantly wanting to flick over to the next page. There was action, there was friendship, there was love, there was world building, there was character depth. We got so much character depth on Gray, our female main character. We got to know her, like I felt like I know her, you know? And I knew all the reasons she had for everything that she did, and it was very, very good. This is the first book of a series, but it ended. Like, the story, it doesn't leave off a cliffhanger, it finishes, it's complete. The next book is set in the same world. Hasn't been announced much about it, just that the idea is on the table. I do hope the next books explore the other characters, or we get a little bit more depth on the other characters, like the side characters, because, you know, I do love them, and they deserve their own little moment to shine.